I am really I'm really happy.
2021 has started with one of the cutest coming out stories ever. Jojo Siwa has recently announced that she is part of the LGBTQ community on her famous TikTok account. But let me tell you why Jojo Siwa's coming out story is so important. The biggest news of 2021. Now that TikTok is such a huge platform, creative young people like Jojo Siwa have been using the platform to make entertaining content. But recently, the 17-year-old Siwa used the platform for a personal announcement. Siwa came out wearing a rainbow bedazzled hoodie and cute matching hair bow in one of her TikTok videos, and Lady Gaga's popular inclusive anthem, Born This Way, played continuously in the background. Siwa lip-synced to the popular song, and it didn't take long for fans to put two and two together. All of her 54 million fans across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok heard her and watched her video. After this, Siwa made a follow-up video to confirm the message that she had put forward in the previous video. She thanked her audience for reacting so well to her first video and stated that the video was indeed her coming out proudly to the world. So now it's official, Siwa is a proud member of the LGBTQ community, and she is ready to start the new year with optimism and love. The happiest little girl. What makes Siwa truly stand out is her undying optimism and confidence. Even though most of her audience consists of kids who might not understand the powerful political statement behind her message, Siwa still came out boldly in front of the world. And that was super brave, considering this kind of negative reaction and cyber harassment that does happen these days. Siwa's videos are usually full of fun and positive messages. She is seen usually wearing her gravity-defying ponytail that is tied neatly with a large bow holding it in place. Her iconic look in all of her videos exudes a ton of positivity and innocent fun. And you might not be aware of this, but Siwa is actually one of the most accomplished youngsters in the world. At just 17 years old, she is a pop star, a published author, and alumni of the Abbey Lee Dance Company. Her name is used to sell sparkling unicorn clothing, pink pint-sized furniture, and a ton of other creative merchandise. Siwa has literally made millions of dollars through sponsored tours, her merchandise, and uber popular social channels. And she's living her best life with all the money that she's made. Siwa drives a BMW convertible that features her own smiling face on the hood of the car, and lives in a huge mansion that is covered with pictures of herself. That's right, everything about her screams unapologetically bold, and fans love her for it. This is probably why her announcement was met with such enthusiasm and people loved it so much. And even though Jojo Siwa's persona has been monetized and she's officially a celebrity, her coming out video had no pretense involved at all. It was short and sweet and seemed like it came straight from the heart. Siwa did an Instagram live to interact with her fans sometime after she made her big announcement. She wanted to know how her fans felt and whether they had any questions for her. During the whole live, she wore a black Time 100 hoodie, which was reminiscent of how she was on Time magazine's list of the world's most influential people last year. Unlike her usual videos or Insta lives, Siwa wasn't too loud and bubbly in her recent one. She talked slowly and carefully, reading out fan messages and taking her time to respond to them. She thanked all of her fans who had extended their support and actually seemed quite touched by the love that she was getting. And when a fan asked her what exactly she identified as, she answered candidly and told them she didn't know herself. During her live stream, Siwa also mentioned how she valued her privacy, and even though she wanted to make her fans a part of everything she did, she wanted some time to process things herself. She told her fans that she wanted to keep things about herself private until she felt it was ready to reveal them to everyone else. And that makes complete sense, considering how hard it is to come out, especially if you're a young celebrity with millions of eyes on you all the time. Siwa also mentioned how scary it was to come forward with her truth. And even though so many people loved and supported her, she was still scared of revealing herself to the world. But she also agreed that there were so many loving and accepting people out there who would love you for who you are. But Siwa's coming out has created a powerful statement because it has diverted global attention to how scary it is for young people to come out even in the most developed countries in the world. So if you think about it, Siwa has almost everything that one could wish for. Lots of money, a great career, a supportive family, and thousands of fans who love and support her. Yet she still felt nervous about coming out in front of the world. So many other people who don't have Siwa's privileges must also feel terrified like she did. You might not be aware of this, but a human rights campaign survey for LGBTQ kids found out that over half of 10,000 teen respondents said they were out to their families. The teens who had come out to their families reported that they felt happier and more secure than those who had not. And public figures like Siwa really help other young members of the LGBTQ community come out to their families and feel more confident about themselves. This is largely because young members of the queer community rarely see themselves being represented in pop culture. This is why when a celebrity comes out, people feel secure and represented by those celebrities. So Siwa isn't just doing something great for herself, she is also helping hundreds of other members of the LGBTQ community feel represented and valued. People have also highlighted how brave it was for her to come out on a public platform like this. Celebrities are usually afraid of being othered when they come out, and so they refrain from exploring their identities in front of the world. But Siwa really just went ahead and embraced herself in front of everyone without caring or anything that anyone else had to say. And people feel that is truly a brave step for such a young girl to take. Support from all over the world. People from all around the world poured in their love and support for the young Siwa as soon as she made her grand announcement. Some people are happy that Siwa has come out in a time where the LGBTQ community has its representation and place in the world, but not everybody had the chance to come out in a relatively friendly environment. You might not be aware of this, but the famous Ellen DeGeneres came out on a Time magazine cover in an episode of her sitcom in 1997. But during that time, only half of Americans believed a gay relationship between two consenting adults should be legal. That number has changed drastically over the years, and things are still changing for the better for the LGBTQ community in the US. And another reason why Siwa's coming out is extremely important is because she can now raise her voice for other LGBTQ children who try to come out but aren't always taken seriously by their families. People often infantilize young adults and pretend that they don't know what they're talking about when the children come forward with their stories. People are now thinking that Siwa's example will motivate other parents to take their own kids seriously if they were to come out to them. Another great example that Siwa has set for people all around the world is her relationship with her parents and the way that they supported her throughout this whole announcement. Her parents have showered her with love and appreciation for being brave and coming out the way she did, which is honestly an example for other parents too. The negative reactions. You might be surprised to hear this, but there are people who have reacted negatively and viciously to the young girl's announcement. Many parents claim that they would never let their children watch any of Siwa's videos after she came out. There were even people who called a SWAT team to her house on a fake call. That's right, someone really took the prank too far and put Siwa's life in danger because they were not happy with her coming out. Siwa was understandably upset after this happened and even mentioned on an Instagram Live about how that incident scarred her and how scared she was the whole time. But even though the haters have been trying their best to dim her glow, Siwa continues to shine as a powerful LGBTQ icon for young people and is making a lot of changes in her life. So what do you think? Do you think Siwa's coming out was a brave step? Are queer young adults finally going to get the pop culture representation that they deserve? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.